The Premier has blamed the federal government for failing to give Hollywood producers the tax break they wanted to ensure a new children's movie, Dora the Explorer, is shot here in Queensland. But how much are these productions worth, and why aren't we producing films about Queensland? Josh Bavis takes a look.
Every now and again, Queensland has its moment on the big screen.
See ya, surfies! See ya, high-rises!
But hardly ever in its own right.
Actual stories set in Brisbane or Queensland or the Gold Coast are quite rare.
While the Queensland government's been trying to source more Hollywood productions, the question is how many are actually about Queensland?
I think filmmakers need to trust the quality of the story and go for it and try to kind of get those stories up.
Since 2010, 12 feature films have received location tax offsets. It's believed they spent more than $1 billion on production. 9 of them also saw about $120 million in taxpayer-funded top-up grants.
They are now assessing each movie on a case-by-case basis.
While these films were made in Queensland, the sets were dressed up to look like somewhere else. There was Thor that turned Brisbane's streets into New York and San Francisco and San Andreas. There are glimmers of hope on the small screen with 2 new series, both of them set in Brisbane. The ABC's Harrow has just been released and Safe Harbour is on SBS.
Just Cook Avenue.
Playwright veteran David Williamson knows the power of telling stories.
National self-esteem depends on us seeing ourselves on our screen with our accents and our stories.
Ballabo and Gallipoli are among his many productions.
I don't think there's anything wrong with big international films being shot here. It employs our very fine technicians and it employs our actors. But being just a backlot for Hollywood is not all our film industry should be.
The Premier's been trying to entice the producers of a yet-to-be-made Dora the Explorer film to Queensland, but the federal government won't support incentives.
When the Commonwealth Games finishes on the Gold Coast, I will not have a movie moving into those studios if Scott Morrison does not come and sign on the dotted line.
Screen Queensland is due to release a report to show the benefits of incentives outweigh the loss in tax. Josh Bavis, ABC News, Brisbane.